Well, hello, and welcome back to Rangers Radio. Second round of the Premier Sports League Cup. Rangers 5, Dunfermline 0. Join me again is my good friend Albert. You happy with that, Albert?
Oh, delighted, mate. Absolutely delighted. Standard set, attitude great. 5 goals, 5 good goals. I am happy. I'm really happy. What about
Yeah.
yourself?
Oh, very happy, mate. It's my first time for about 2 seasons about the result right. 5-0. Uh,
Huh?
a lot of positives. We'll talk about as we go on for the next hour of it. We'll go goal by goal. Do you think? What did you think of the first goal? The very early in the game, two and a bit minutes. Lundstrom, the play building up to it, I thought was absolutely fantastic. He took it
Oh, I
well.
mean, it was, mate. He did. I'll give him that. He did take that well. It's a good game tonight, Lundstrom. I'll give him that.
Yep.
Lovely football. Lovely
Yeah.
football. Back to our 1-2 move. 1-2 move. Excellent movement. Excellent attitude. Good tempo. That was the first goal. It's absolutely excellent. That was us for last year. That was the
Yep.
football we were playing last year. And intensity. That was it. Forget about it. Was just the family and all that nonsense. I'm not.
No.
I'm not wearing that. I was looking for the attitude and the intensity, and that's what they gave him. So for my mind, the standard set. Now it's over to the other guys, Tab and all them. That's
Yeah.
the standard. You need to match it and beat it now.
Yeah. You
Yeah.
said about the crisp passing and that. The crisp passing was brilliant, but it was even more so leading up to the second goal. When the way we played the ball on the deck was a bit like watching us for last season again, and it was crisp, fast, zipping along the grass, and another good goal for Hadji.
Aye,
Um,
great cross, wasn't it?
aye, fantastic cross, and that's something that we missed against Malmo. I
Mhm.
mean, Fox had been saying pre-show and that we haven't got anybody tonight that you could call somebody who's a good crossers of the ball. I think we were all proved wrong tonight. I thought the two of them, Patterson and Big Bassy, done really, really well. And we're going to Patterson later on. I thought some of the play for Patterson was absolutely fantastic. Um, the third goal, the interplay between Kamara, Hadji, etc., for to put the boy right through, Scott Wright. I thought it was a great goal, and I liked his wee shimmy inside. I know he got a wee break in the ball, half the back of the boy's leg, but he put it away with aplomb, mate. It was an absolute wonderful goal. So really pleased about that. Again, it was a nice crisp play that we building up to it all, wasn't it?
I liked it. It was a great goal, but the bit I liked about the goal, I mean, I loved all the crisp pass, what you were saying there, Jimmy. It was true. It was excellent. But the bit I really liked about that goal was the goal itself, the actual strike kick goal.
Yeah,
That was a Defoe type shot. No, I mean,
yeah,
the guys think he's putting it in his left hand post, but he actually puts it to his right hand post. So he practically sends the keeper the wrong way. I love all that. That's how you finish. That's proper finish, and
yeah.
that's class, son. That's really class. No, so. That I hope Defoe's working with him, and if that is the case, that's a wee example of what Defoe can bring to you as a coach. You know what I mean? He's showing these boys don't always go the way that everybody thinks you're going to go. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? It was an excellent goal, excellent, taken really well, build up and everything.
Yeah. The fourth goal, obviously, with Kamar Roof. What a strike that was, mate, wasn't it? Oh,
Oh, trouble.
the build-up play again to that was brilliant, but what a strike! You know, I'm expecting him to hit it. So I'm thinking, if he hits this, he's going to blutter it, and he did, and he took it absolutely fantastically well, and a well-deserved goal for him. And again, the play building up to it was absolutely wonderful to watch again. So well done to Kamara for that goal, mate.
Proper
Uh,
strikers goal, wasn't it? A
it
proper
was, mate.
strikers
It
goal.
was, aye. It was, aye.
It's
Definitely.
the wee touch for Big Aribo, the wee pass for
Aye.
Aribo was absolutely sublime. You know what I mean? It was
Yeah.
beautiful, man. And then, but his first touch takes it away from the defender, and he
Aye.
doesn't even hesitate. No
Yeah.
hesitate, bang, it's away. It's in the net before anybody else can react to it. It's already in the net. That's proper finishing. That's great.
Well, before we go into the fourth goal in the fifth goal in the second half, I think we've got our first caller coming in a wee sec. It's Miles come back in again. I think it was on last night. So the the overall play in the first half for me was a play that we were looking after the team on Tuesday, and it never happened. So going forward, I don't think anybody, especially in the first half, done themselves any harm for being chosen for future games, especially the Malmo game. So I mean, we'll obviously, still waiting Mal coming in there, but I mean, I'm a wee bit later going maybe be player the way that we thought. I mean, I would have gave everybody, apart from one player, pass marks at the night, and I don't think he done himself any favours. Was the boy Simpson? He didn't. For me, I just thought he wasted the ball a lot of the time, and I didn't think his awareness up round about him was what it should be. So that was the only downside for me. Everybody else, I thought had a great game, and I gave it. I mean, McLaughlin really done nothing, didn't he? No.
It was quiet night for. I thought Simpson was all right. Honestly, myself, I didn't think the boy done anything wrong. I thought he was all right.
I just thought, looking at him the first half, and I thought some of his passing was a wee bit, but I mean,
he's got a nice left foot, Jimmy.
He's got a nice left foot, but I don't think he's done enough.
His passing is better than Balogun's, and it's better than even Hillander's. And I think his passing is better than they two. His reading of the game is not as good as Hillander, and his tackling is maybe not as good as Balogun when he's on his game.
I thought a couple of times.
But I thought he'd done all right. I actually thought he'd done all right.
I thought a few times he'd put himself out of position a few times. I think his reading of the game is not where it should be. But in saying that, I think it was the gaffer tried him the night for to see if we could go forward with him, but I don't think he'll get much game time.
What he brought tonight, Jimmy, along with the rest of the young boys, was energy and
he brought energy. Aye.
That's what I was looking for, because we were flat. We're flat this season, but we were only flat tonight.
Aye.
These boys showed you the energy's there. You just need to put the application in now, and that's what these boys did. And some of the touches and play was absolutely excellent. It really is, especially in the first half. You're going, that's great, and everybody's going. Well, most people be going, it's only Dunfermline, and it is only Dunfermline, but you've still got to do it. You've still got to apply yourself right, and you've got to play good football, and that's exactly what they've done. Scored some brilliant goals, and you sit and say to yourself, what else do you want? To me, the benchmark's set now. I'm happy now, and I think Gerard would be sitting going, I'm happy with that myself, because you've gave me something to work with now. You've gave me to show the rest of the squad what you need to raise your game to.
Hold on a minute. Albert just cut across you. I think we've been joined by Mal. How you doing, Mal?
How you doing? I'm not bad, mate.
Good lad. What do you think of that tonight, mate?
Well, my first thought was, where was that performance on Tuesday?
I know, mate. There was desire the other night. That was what was missing. And that's what Albert was saying.
Obviously, we've got 3-0 up within about 15 minutes for up 3-0 run from the first goal after about 20 seconds. It was a bit frustrating seeing play like that tonight, and we couldn't do that on Tuesday against Malmo. I just wonder, it does your head in.
Aye. But maybe we were talking about the pre-show, Mal. Is it maybe that's what was needed tonight? No, we were all talking about the gaffer do this tonight to set a benchmark for himself going forward, saying I'm going to drop certain players. For one reason is to try and give them a G up or rest players. I would think 50-50. I think it'd be also to keep players fresh for Thursday. But I think it showed tonight the energy, especially for our two fullbacks, mate. Our two fullbacks were absolutely outstanding the night, and that's what we didn't have against Malmo. So I'm going to cut across you there. I think we're just going to be joined by another caller. I think it's our good friend Blue Star. How you doing, Blue Star? She's not quite here yet, I don't think. What other things please you about the game tonight, Mal?
Forwards, mate. Sorry, mate.
I really rated him, Bassi.
Yeah.
He in the match, and there's just something about that boy. Something about I like, and I think he was outstanding tonight, and he got the man in the match.
Yeah.
Something about Bassi. I'd like to see him getting mere game time.
Yeah, I think we all would. Just cut in there, I think we're ready for Blue Star. I think he's joined us now. You doing Blue Star?
Hi, James. Hi, Albert. Jimmy, see, the two of you mentioned it there just in split seconds ago. See, right for the very first whistle, there was a zip about us. We were on top of them right away. We go to the ball. Jimmy, I know there's no doubt about it. Bassey was undoubtedly man of the match. There's nobody was as good as him. But see what I kept replaying the goals whenever it was on, Jimmy. And the bottom line was, see Kamara the night. He wasn't flashy like he sometimes can be. Yeah. See every ball he sprayed about. Jimmy, he does it with sheer utter class. Aye. The guy's got a calmness about him, and every ball finds our players. We badly miss him, and I've just found out. I thought he only had a 2-match ban, but he's got a 3 game.
Aye.
But the guy's class, Jimmy. Honestly.
Oh, definitely. Where you go, mate? The
way that he sprays that ball about and finds our players is class. But the 2 fullbacks, but Bassey's crossing, that was we've not seen that in 5 games. It was amazing.
No. And do you know what? I'll put this ease on. You know what I liked about Patterson, and for all we talk about Tav, how he can get the ball and cross it. But I mean, Tav's get the ball. Tav for me likes to go wide and then come back in again. But the thing about Patterson, he likes to drive with the ball.
Absolutely.
And that's what we're looking for, and that's what we've missed Blue Star. And I just think, I don't think it will happen next game, but if it was me, I would have Bassey and Patterson as my two fullbacks going forward now.
Yeah. See the boy, right, Jimmy? I was arguing with my brother. I didn't think he was. I've got to be honest. I thought he was going to be quite ordinary. I take it back. See the night. See right at the start of the game. He done for me what he done against them the other night. See driving forward after the first 15 minutes. I says it last night. There was a couple of times he looked for somebody out on the right and there was nobody there. Yeah. See the night. He's got a burst. He's definitely got that burst in him. That when he's on song, and Ali mentioned that thing in commentary the night. He says, "See with it right." He says he's a guy that looks for the ball early. Jimmy, see after he got his goal. See when you watched, he done wee bursts all the time, and Hadji kept trying to find them. That's another thing we're needing. Guys that are willing to go forward. And you're right with Patterson. Patterson doesn't cut inside. He just keeps going. How many times did they go right to that byline and then whip it in?
Exactly, that's what we're looking for him off from Blue Star. What about you? Mal, what about you? What did you think of the 2 fullbacks tonight? What was your opinion? Going forward, do you think this should be the ones we should be going forward with?
100% agree with Blue Star saying Patterson and Bassey. I think they're the future. There's a way of saying it. Obviously, Patterson is, for his age, he's outstanding, and I think I said to you that I really rate Bassey, but hopefully Stevie's 6-2 as the defenders. Actually, as the boy saying, they're outstanding now. And when all right, they won 5-0. Defence was they really needed at the time, but they were outstanding, and that is, to me, that is your future. Patterson, Bassey at the back.
What about you, Albert?
I mean, it is the future, but they set a standard tonight, so that standard has been set for Tav and Barisic. No, don't get me wrong, Tav and Barisic can match that standard and go beyond it. So the gauntlet's down as far as I'm concerned. So it's up to them, Tav and Barisic. If they come back in on Thursday night, they need to match that. And if they don't match it, I think you'll find that they'll start wrapping out the team and these boys will take over. So he'll give them a chance. There's no doubt about it. He'll give Barisic and he'll give Tav another chance. But he's not going to tolerate, and the boys are going to make sure nobody's tolerating the standard of play they've been putting in. That's not acceptable. You need to lift your game. So as far as I'm concerned, Bassey didn't do his hell any. Patterson we knew about, but Bassey didn't do his hell any harm at all tonight, man. He was excellent. And by the way, he done something that none of us thought he could do. His deliveries were brilliant, absolutely brilliant.
Aye.
I mean, they really were. I mean, give the boy cheer. They really were, man. That one he had, I mean, good grief, man. That's a winger type across the football and landed it right in the boy's head. No, I mean, it's excellent. No big stupid big swipe at it and going like a rocket across the anywhere. No, I mean, it was bang straight on the button. And that's class, mate. That's class. You've got to say that. It's class.
I'm reading a lot on different forums as well. We're chatting here and that, and I'm not buying into this. A lot of people are saying you've got to remember it was only Dunfermline we were playing. Okay. As I said at the first show, you can only play the 11 that's in front of you, and I don't think they're doing I think they're doing a disservice to Bassey and Patterson. You know, so. No, I'm not buying into that one. I think the two of them are outstanding, and I think they showed the hunger that we've all been missing since the start of the season. Going on to the centre backs, you know, that we've been playing there the last few weeks. You know, you've got to think, you know, who's done themselves a favour. I mean, Golson for me didn't the end rang tonight. He was steady. I think Simpson. I'm not so sure if I would have him as a first team player, but definitely Patterson, Golson and Bassey would be. I've not got any question. I'd like to see Patterson, Golson, Hollander and Bassey play the next game. I think that would be a good back four. But what did you think of Lundstrom? What did you think of Lundstrom tonight?
He didn't. I mean, he came on a bit tonight. He played well tonight, and he took his goal really well. So he did come on tonight, but. The jury's still out with me with the guy, you know, but he showed a bit more of what he's about than he did in the last 2 or 3 games or the two appearances he was. He definitely showed a bit more. I mean, I've seen a bit more of him. I've seen something that you were saying earlier on about the guy when he played with the Sheffield team. But I'm still not sold on the guy yet. I'm still think there's got to be a lot more to come from for the reputation he came up with. And Gerrard said he was a first team. He'll improve the first 11. So as far as I'm concerned, he wasn't the man of the match in the middle of the park. Kamara was the man of the match, and your Ebo followed closely by your Ebo.
Again, it was the proverbial for Rangers to do the game of two halves. First half we were outstanding, then we came into the second half syndrome again, where not so much we fell out of the game. It was just. Sometimes we were trying to overplay the ball, try to have the fantastic goal, the perfect passing goal. But then they just put the 5 or 6 across the back. They were in damage limitation. So it died away a bit. But we still tried, and we did play with crisp passing. We weren't doing what we did against Malmo on Tuesday night. It was when our fullbacks were just punting the ball in as any way they could. But we're still playing that nice football, and I think we should have 2, maybe even 3 penalties in the second half. One for handball and another couple of tackles, but we never got it because we know who the referee was, Gollum. But so the second half was basically damage limitation by Dunfermline, which was quite. You can see the point in them doing that. They weren't want to let Andy Fairleeds win his cup tonight.
Jimmy, I thought your man tonight. I thought he played with a wee bit of authority, and he got a sore one. But even when he worked that off, I thought Hadji was running about the park as if he kind of owned it. He played with a kind of arrogance and authority tonight. Did you agree with that one?
I totally agree. I was just going to come on to Hadji. I thought Hadji done himself a lot of good tonight. Blue Star. I think he performed very, very well till they took him off. I think he played to the top of his game. And again, we were saying at the start, before the game started tonight, there's guys in there who are no regular first team starts. They're on the bench. Like Hadji's not a starter every week. No done himself a lot of hair in the night, you know. So same as Wright. I thought Wright had a fantastic game. They took him off. So there's a lot of pluses there, and as I say, I'm not buying into it. It was only Dunfermline. You can only play that 11 that's put up in front of you, and I was really pleased. I was really pleased in the 90 minutes.
Absolutely. Jimmy, you're bang on there, mate, when you're talking about the two halves. We all know they played more defensive in the second half, granted. But whether that's down to fitness or not, or whether it's down to continuity, who knows? But I want to see us coming out and let's be honest, playing the 90 minutes. I genuinely thought tonight that he would have hammered them at half time in the sense, look good, and do the exact same in the second half and keep pushing. Now, I'm not saying we did the push. They certainly played more defensive, but there was a wee spark missing. And let's be truthful, I suppose that can happen when you're 4-0 up. I get that. The game's done. But I thought, see the Lundstrom one, that's still an enigma to me, Jimmy. Every punter I know, they kept I didn't know a lot about him, to be honest, James. But everybody I know seemed to know a good bit about the boy, and they all kept telling me he was a box-to-box player. Well, as Albert says there, Jimmy, I've not seen that at all for him so far.
No.
I've not been negative on the boy because, let's be honest, we've seen two were greats, and it took them a good half season to a season, Ali and Big Haley. So it could just be still finding his feet and his fitness. He certainly took his goal well enough. But for me tonight, I love the way you're right, your Hadji, Bassey, even wee Patterson. I love the way they showed the energy and they showed the desire. You could see they were out there and they were out to prove a point, and that's all they can do. That's what we want.
I'd like to have seen him take off. I know he scored 2. I know he scored the penalty, but when we were talking about him again earlier on, I'd like to. I mean, obviously I was pleased that Alfie got back on, but I'd like to have seen him taking the roof off and get Itten a run out. Yeah. Just for the sake of getting Itten minutes, because we know Roof can't play next week in Armenia. So it'd have been good. I mean, the game was won at that time. I mean, he got the penalty, obviously, and gave him his 2 goals. But I was thinking, bring Itten on, give him 10, 15 minutes, see if he can maybe put the ball in the back of the net. And that'd have been good. It was good to see young boy Kelly get 10, 15 minutes. That was good. That he had a couple of nice crosses in. But
I thought he sprayed the ball about pretty well, Jim.
He done really well. So Aribo for me. What did you think of Aribo the night, Mal?
Obviously, Aribo. I mean, I rate Aribo. He's always puts on a good performance. I agree with what you're saying, Jimmy, about Sergei Hitton. I would like to see him get about, as you said, about 10, 20 months now.
I think you that already said about Hitton earlier on in the show earlier, the first show, and I totally agree with you that Hitton should have maybe it's not so much started, but it was due a turn. Just need to cut across his guys. We're good friend Andy for Leeds. It's just come in. How you doing, Andy?
A lot better tonight, Jimmy. I thought we played well. The attitude was right, which was the main starting point that we said before the show, before the game, starting the first show. I thought the boy Patterson and Battersea were outstanding. I think, we all know that in the future, if we can keep them happy and all that, but I don't think we should be saying now, we'll drop them out further now. The men now, they're good enough, let them go forward and let's see whether they can get the spells. I think, we've got to really go with them guys. As Albert said, I agree that we could have that situation where he will give them Barisic and Tavernier the chances again. But they must be near to the end of it if they don't start performing now, surely. That was fresh. That was, the two boys wanting to get up there. I mean, I said to Shuggs before the game, like, he said, the only thing about Barisic, he proved everything tonight with 8 crosses. Yeah. So that was good. I think a couple of penalties there bust my bloody coupon again.
Aye. I was shouting for you, mate.
Aye. But, no, look, it's, with you as well. Never mind who it was. You play what's in front of you. It didn't matter who we played tonight. We come out with the right attitude. That gives us the feel-good factor to go on. I would have that same team just taking Lundstrom out for Davis and let them unleash them on Thursday. We can get three goals, 3 or 4, go over there, and we're not worrying about the second leg. We should be okay. But it was good. Like, we don't get carried away. So first of 3, as I said, I think, good result on Thursday night, and then we must get a result against Ross County. So we go on and we're ready to take them out. That's how I see it at the moment. But very, very happy tonight.
Just cut me a minute. Ian, you phoned earlier, pal. Would you want to phone back? It's a wee message for the technical guys. Just give a wee call back in, mate. You're talking about the team for next week, so I'll give you an idea. I know we're not going to pick it. So what you've been saying there, Andy, should probably go with McLaughlin, Patterson, Golson. Would you play Simpson or Hollander there?
Oh, I wouldn't have Simpson there. There was
Right, so
two or three balls there.
I was a say,
bigger games would have cost us problems.
Aye.
There was a couple with Golston and the one that got across him. This is what we're saying. These seconds and minutes in the bigger games are what cost us, and we'll have to own up on that. We've got to get better at that concentration. No, Simpson, no. I don't fancy him at all.
So
Lumsden, I think, slows the game down a wee bit. And although he played well tonight, I'd be worried in the filth.
So what you were saying there, basically, McGregor, Patterson, Golson, Hollander, Bassey, Kamara, Davis, Aribo, Wright, Hadji, and Alfie, because Roof can't play. That's probably what I would be thinking as well, mate. But
Kamara and Roof can't play, Jimmy. Kamara's
still got one game, isn't he?
Him and Roof's still got a bag.
Sure he has, mate. Good shout. I thought he's got one more game to go into.
Yeah,
I thought it was 2. It's 3. Right, okay. So anyway, but we'll come to that during the week. But what you're saying there, Andy, is probably right. I mean, I'm the same frame of mind as yourself about Simpson. What did you think of Simpson, Blue Star?
Honestly, Jimmy, no.
Aye.
I call it as I see it, mate. I'm honest that way. I'm not saying the boy, what the boy will know come good, but at the moment, nah, he's a bit ropey for me. Have you heard anything about Big Cottage?
Did you not see any of the game for the B team? Big Cottage.
I know he was playing, but I mean, he is fit. He is fit though, isn't he?
Yeah, he is. He's getting to match fitness. You know, I mean, the B team fit bar. I'm not saying it. It's Lowland League fit bar. It's obviously a step above junior fit bar. And I watched some of the game, and it was quite tasty at times. So, like Jack, I think he's maybe about 2 or 3, maybe 4 weeks away from getting any type of start. Blue Star.
But Jimmy, I still maintain what I said a couple of years ago, and at the time you were much the same. I always thought the best header of the ball that we had, especially in our back kicks, undoubtedly was Cottage, and even with the limited games that he did get before he got his injury, he was up 6 goals. He knew how to feeder the ball. For me, I've always said that I think Big Goldson's decent enough on the ground, but I don't think he's the best in the area. I really don't.
Yeah.
But I think you would need to go with Goldson and Hollander, certainly against that mob. Without a doubt. I don't think you could throw the young boy in.
No. Well, I'd still like to go with Patterson and Bassey.
Without a doubt.
I think we're all voted a yes for that.
Jimmy, we're always of the opinion, and the manager has told us for day one, that if somebody's in possession of the jersey and they've played well, in all honesty, Bassey especially tonight, his deliveries into the box, what we've not had in the last 5 games, his deliveries were absolutely exceptional.
Yeah.
The guy done everything what he was asked to do and a bit more, so he'll need to go something to drop him for parasites, to be honest.
Yep. Anyway, if you want to call in, this is what you've got to do.
Why don't you give us a call on 0141 356 1972. It's your show, it's your platform. Let's hear from you.
Now, what it was really pleasing to see tonight was Kamal Roof, after the situation that he began through with his young lad, and it was great to see him. He was quite emotional, especially when he scored the first goal. But apart from his goals, I thought his overall play was absolutely great. He's a natural goal scorer, and to have no Valfi there the night and to have Roof as his stand-in, so to speak, I think that goes well for the future. So 2 great strikers we've got there. So I mean that gives the gaffer a wee conundrum about starting going forward after his suspension's up. But I thought he'd another great game, and I think even though he'd been out there for that couple of weeks because his family thing, I think he played well. You think he was all right tonight, Albert? Do you think he's back to his best?
Oh, I think he's excellent. He's an excellent player. He really is a good player. I think he's done really, really well. Him, Ruth, Hadji, Aribo, Kamara, and Wright, they all link up well. They play well together. You can see it. They've got a good understanding. They're good football brains, the whole lot of them. Know what I mean? So, especially first off, they were linking up superb, and it was great to watch. Really, really great to watch. Somebody can mention it.
Hello.
Hello there. Hi.
Who's calling?
It's Andy.
How are you doing, Andy?
Hi there.
Did you get rid of your ticket?
Did you get rid of your ticket?
No, somebody came and got it.
Good stuff.
So they must have might have been a wee couple of minutes late, but so they must be happy. So my thoughts on the game. Delighted. As Albert asked me a question when I phoned in earlier. He said, "What would I like to see? Would I like to see a good performance, a lot of goals?" And he had the nail on the head basically, because my answer was sort of I wanted a good performance, and it didn't really matter if it was. I didn't. It wasn't really bothered if it was 6 or 7, as long as we got a couple of goals. But we did that. But going on to the actual game and players, you've already touched on this. I thought Bassey and young Patterson were absolutely outstanding. I also was really impressed with the way Bassey and Wright linked up, especially in the first half before Wright took off. And as I said in the first call too, I asked the panel if we come out tonight and we absolutely played. I know we keep getting back, but as Albert said, or Jimmy, I think it was, it might have said that we've got to beat the team that's in front of us. You know what I mean? So, but we were really, really, really impressive. So I'll ask the question again. Apart from, you've got to bring Davis back in for Lundstrom. Would you, on Thursday night, would you keep that same team that played tonight?
Well, Blue Star was talking about that, and Andy, on you go, Albert.
Andy, you've got to remember, see all the clever comments, they're mine. The other ones are Jimmy's.
I think it was Blue Star had said he would put in Davis for Lundstrom, and I would agree with him there, mate. Though Lundstrom didn't do anything wrong tonight, I thought he played well. No. I think Sir Stephen's a stick on to be. No, I think he wasn't even on the bench tonight, so that tells you its story that he's going to be there next week. So, what pleased you about the goals, Andy for Crooks? What did it please you about the goals, pal?
I think the build-up play, especially the goals, all of them are taken well. The first one, all right, Lundstrom, he took his goal well. It was a hit from just at the edge of the box, I think it was. But the other goals were all very, very, very well played. Looked as if they were straight for the training ground, do you know what I mean? And my goal of the match was Ruth's first goal. I thought that play was absolutely outstanding. The way the Aribo, I think it was, it backheeled it, wasn't it? I think.
Yep.
And then he's as if he dummied like to take a shot, and then he's went to the right hand side of the defender, and then whacked it took the keeper the wrong way. So as one of you mentioned, I think that will be probably for the training ground as well. Like, as you pointed out that the what's his name, the coach of, how can I forget his.
What one you look for, Michael Beale?
Defoe.
No, the striker.
Defoe.
Aye. How could I forget his name? Oh my God. But anyway, so as one he's pointed that out earlier, that Defoe is on the training ground, and obviously that I think that goal was absolutely superb. And then the fifth one, the penalty, I thought he took a penalty absolutely excellent.
Yeah, definitely. It's unfortunate we don't have Kamara for Tuesday night, or Thursday night rather, isn't it? Because I think some of his touches tonight were absolutely sublime.
Brilliant.
Controlled everything, and it'd been nice to see him and Davis playing the other night, the way he was playing, to see how that went. No, but Lundstrom held his own and took his goal well. But going forward, I think, as I said many times here tonight, the guys have done themselves a right good service here. As I say, the only one that never get past marks for me is Simpson. And I'm not being harsh on him. I know he had a couple of nice touches started the game and that, but for me, I just think his concentration's not what it should be. Kind of falls out of the game. Would you agree with that, Blue Star?
Without a doubt, Jim. He's not commanding enough for me yet. As I say, maybe it'll come for the boy, but certainly the night. I mean, let's be honest. They weren't up a lot against a lot the night, but that's when you would have expected them to maybe show a wee bit any time he was having to do much, but he did make a couple of slips. And granted, he's only a young guy, but I don't think he's ready to get thrown into a major game yet, Jimmy. I don't. I don't think you can grab the likes of Hollander or somebody like that to put that boy in. Knowing what he's shown anyway.
Yeah. The player that really pleased me tonight is somebody who I've been bumping my gums about since we got him. I mean, he played against us a couple of times when he played for the Sheep, but I don't think he's been given a fair crack at the whip. That's maybe unfair to say that about Steven Gerrard's not getting it, but I think he's a cracking player, Scott Wright. I think there's a lot about him at his gameplay, and I think he showed that tonight. And
he did.
I think going forward again, he's done himself a lot of good. The way he played.
His link-up play, Jimmy. It's not
brilliant.
Just his link-up play. See what the likes of Hadji and who's the other one? Who else is bringing? Yes, his link-up play with Bassi and Hadji. The three of them together was they really were some of the one touching, and they seem to know where one another were all the time.
Yeah,
and that, as you say, that's coming off the training pitch. Oh no, right. I had my hands up. I didn't think he had that, Jimmy, in his locker, but no doubt about it. That boy's a player. He's definitely a player.
Yeah. And my wing play the whole game, even in the second half, petered out. We still kept going. The momentum was there, and we kept going, trying to get that goal. But obviously, they were in damage limitation. But the way we were playing in that wing was absolutely wonderful. I just thought, with Patterson especially, driving to the byline, that's something we don't see Big Tav doing. Anyway, you know what's to happen. If you want to call us, this is what you have to do.
Why don't you give us a call on 0141 356 1972? It's your show, it's your platform. Let's hear from you.
So, guys, the second half, we obviously need to talk about the second half, and it wasn't a bad second half as we only scored one goal. We should have had a couple of penalties out with the one we had. Again, it's another team. I mean, I thought the way Dunfermline started the first half, they were not saying they were going to have a go, but they set themselves up to maybe try and see what they could do the first 10, 15 minutes that fell flat. But the second half, I was pleased in the fact is that we kept going. We didn't faff about with the ball. We tried to play it, keep it crisp, play the same type of football. And it just shows you when there's no panic in their head, they know they can play football. And we saw what happened against the Malmo the other night when we just kept getting Tavernier and Barisic the ball and he just kept lumping the balls in. We didn't do that tonight. And that surely is a lesson going forward. You know, think so, Bear?
It's usually get that when you have a good first half and you're winning it comfortable. The second half's always a downer. I mean, it was a complete downer. We still played some nice football. What was wrong was we were overcomplicating it in the last third. No, I mean, or we just couldn't get the ball by the defender. Doing great play up to a point. Put the final ball in. a defender was getting a block in, or we're overhitting it or slightly, you know what I mean? So I wasn't that concerned about it. It's a case of some of the players need to understand when we hit these positions. Sometimes standing still's the answer to the problem, you know what I mean? When you see guys going up the wing, stand still, let the players run away. If you Shearer and all that, the great strikers do it all the time. Well, he did it when they played, obviously. Aguero and all them. Stand still, let other defenders run away for you. And then when they would fall back or the winger gets to the byline, he looks up and sees you standing in space. So there's a wee bit of that to learn. Apart from that, the second half was the second half. It was always going to disrupt it as well when they started bringing some of the other players on for fitness reasons. No, I mean, that's the reason that Arfield and that got on. Let's be no kid myself on.
Yeah.
But most of the players on the pitch tonight moved up in the number in the squad. You know what I'm saying? So if they were down at, say, number 10, they're now up at number 9. You know what I mean? And Bassey's like that. Bassey's moved himself closer to the first team, definitely. No doubt about it. In fact, he might be level now with Barisic. I would call it level now with him. Patterson, I would say, still a bit to go with Tav. Tav's just not playing well at the moment. But you can't criticise Tav for his effort, Jimmy. He puts his effort in all the time. It's no coming after him. It's just no coming after him at the moment. But it will. He'll get back to form. There's no doubt about it. But wee Patterson's there, and if he doesn't get it back soon, wee Patterson will step in. There's no doubt about that, I know.
I mean, we've always said that we'd like to see Patterson and Bassey playing in next week, but I think we all know deep down that's not going to happen. You know, I think we all know that it'll probably all be Tavernier and Barisic. I don't think Barisic is a stick on anymore, mate. I think Bassey's close to him now, really close to him. Well, I hope so. I agree with you. I hope that's the case. You know what I mean? Mal, if you were picking a team for next week, how many of these guys would get a game?
Well, I definitely agree. I would pick Bassett in front of Barisic. Without a doubt. The next team, I think obviously McGregor is going to back in goal. Fredo will probably start. I would definitely. I'd honestly, if you ask me at this moment in time, I'd pick Bassett in front of Barisic.
Yeah. Yes, I think so. Macy's one, mate. Aye. Definitely, you know what I mean? Because I mean, anybody that was at the game, or even watching the telly last week during the week, I mean, Barisic was an empty jersey at times. You know, it doesn't look interested, out of position.
I think it's my pal last night. I fell here, and my mate said to me, he's a yard that.
Oh, definitely. And
what Bassey brings, Jimmy, right away, without any ability, without cross, without anything, what Bassey brings that Barisic is no bringing is sheer enthusiasm, sheer effort and enthusiasm. The boy's got tons of it, he's got abundance of it, and you're saying, boy wants to be there, boy wants to play, boy wants to contribute. Bassey's no like that. Barisic is no like that at the moment. Barisic is trying to hide at the moment. He's going through a bad time, but what you do when you go through a bad time, you don't hide. You try to get yourself through it, you know what I mean? But the one thing you don't do is hide on a park. But that's what he's doing. I'm sorry, but that is what he's doing, Barisic. Yeah, he's hiding. So, to that point, I think Bassey's the number one left back at the moment, that is.
Yeah.
I'll tell you one thing, boys, about Bassey. That is some building, that boy.
He's a big unit, mate, isn't he?
Oh. I watched him tonight. I watched him against Burnley Red in the friendly a few weeks back. I'm saying to myself, that boy has got some build on him. And to me, that means a lot. If you've got that build, if you've got that fitness, that means a lot.
Aye. He's a big unit, mate, and what he does bring to the game, unlike Barisic, what I think we've all seen and we've spoke about, I just feel that sometimes Barisic coming down that left doesn't drive forward enough for me. You know, again, he does the exact same, but Tab does. He tries to overcompensate it at times instead of doing the simple thing, and that is get to the byline. Anyway, let's cut by into a wee minute here, guys. It's George for EK. How you doing, George?
All right, Jimmy. How you doing, mate?
I'm all right, pal.
Oh, that's me. I'm recovered fully, man, for that Malmo catastrophe.
Give us your overall assessment of the whole thing,
Mate,
then, George.
I thought we played like Rangers tonight. We played sharp football, concise football, one touch. It was just honestly, it was the way Rangers would play. Sharp, intricate passing, good passing by the way, and the movement was absolutely brilliant and all. And I thought, see Big Bassy by the way, come on by man. I'm beginning to think by the way, seeing Croatia, I don't like the tackle at all by the man, because as soon as the tackle comes in, Parachute doesn't want to know. Big Bassy, he just pummels through players, man, and see he's crossed at the end. I mean, for the end product, absolutely brilliant. Absolutely brilliant, man. He's got to play on Thursday. Come on, man. And Patterson, I thought Patterson was outstanding and all. And the boy Wright was outstanding as well. And Tingley, there was a few. Aribo, the team. I thought the team was good, but I still get my doubts. The boy Simpson, I'm not keen on him at all.
I think there's a general consensus about that, George. About Simpson. I think we're all. What about Oxdear's favourite player, Hadji? How do you think he performed?
I thought he played really well tonight. I really did, man. I was like to myself, we've all been saying there's a player in there, but maybe we're getting a wee bit overawed, because when it's a championship team I'm talking about, at the end of the day, he showed his ability. Let's be honest about it. He showed his ability, you know what I mean, and his depth. And I think the guy's a quality player, you know what I mean.
At the end of the day, look, as I said earlier on, I was looking at different forums and that. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter what anybody says, you know, we're not going to get the plaudits, because, I mean, if we'd have struggled against them tonight, they'd all be saying you could hardly beat a championship team. And if you don't beat them by 5 or 6-0, then, well, it's only a championship team you're playing. So, but you can
this way, Jimmy, did they lay a glove on us? They never laid a glove. That's
no,
and they never laid a glove on us. And we outplayed them. We showed them up for what they are, the championship team. So job done. Job done.
I mean, look at Hingley. Look at McLaughlin. He was up near the halfway line.
Aye.
Playing midfield.
But overall, we've got to be pleased with the performance, as I say. But we could nitpick it for one player, and that's no fair to Dairatty Simpson. I should maybe no single him out. He played his part when he had to. He didn't have any catastrophes or anything like that. So it's maybe doing him a disservice, but I just think he doesn't seem to fit in. I think it showed the night that, I mean, he was put in as a stopgap, really, the night. No,
he's no Hollander, is he? Let's be honest about it.
He's no Hollander. That's what surprised me, mate, is that I'd have thought if he was going to change it, he'd have put Hollander in there instead of Simpson.
I was surprised, Jimmy, when I seen him on. I was like, what's the matter with Hollander? Is he injured or something?
Aye, but he's on the bench, Hollander, and they never get a sniff at it. But,
you got to remember with Big Simpson and all, guys. You got to remember with Big Simpson and all, he's not used to that type of game. I mean, I dare say I don't know much about his history, but I dare say when he's playing, he's used to being under the cosh a wee bit and defending and tackling and heading the ball in his own area and clearing the ball. He's not used to a game like he just dominates. It's all about football now. It's all about our football, how standard our football, standard our application. He's not used to that. You can see it. But I think he'll be a different player in a backs to the wall type game. I don't think he's a number one choice. I don't even think he's a number two choice.
No.
I don't think he's as bad as everybody's trying to make out. He's not that bad a player. He's maybe not the best player, but he's not a bad player.
I'll agree with you there. He's no. I just think that we have no getting game time as it could get. Then I think that showed in his overall play. But it wasn't terrible, and he wasn't blooming awful. He was. Just, I think sometimes he's reading of the game. I think
Jimmy, do you think it's the pace of the game and all?
It's the pace of the game. I think that's what Albert was saying, mate. That is the pace of the game, you know. It has definitely caught him out. But, no, he's there to do a job, and he done it the best of his ability. He had no nightmares or anything like that, didn't he? No catastrophes. So, we've got to be happy with that. I mean, we could have put Broxy Bear in goal tonight. I could have put Oxdear in goal. They're quite alike, Oxdear and Broxy. And anybody that's met Oxdear and Broxy, you'll probably say they're quite looking like twins, you know. But But
They're calling you for everything.
oh, I know. I don't know where he is, but he'll be listening. But it was a job well done, guys. You know,
Aye.
and we've got to be happy with that. The third round draw is on Sunday night, so we're into that, and we see who we get. I think it's still seeded at this point, and so we'll see who we get. But we'll take anybody.
I believe it. It's the quarterfinals we're into.
Is it the quarterfinals?
Aye.
Well, it's no seeded then. It's just it's a one in hat. Right, well, that's good. So, geez, a puddle drinkers 2 weeks running. That'll be so be careful the puddle drinkers the next round. So, but
they get plaudits for beating a Sub-Util team there, didn't they? So we should get a bit of plaudits, hopefully.
Of course. But look, we know it's not going to happen, but as we always say, no one likes us, we don't care. It's good to, you know, I mean, talking to you guys here the last couple of nights and listening as well. And I mean, I think we've all been critical of the way that the things that happened with Malmo and that, but their comments haven't been nasty, which is good because we take it in the chin, but we can tell in all our voices that we were angry and disappointed and upset. But this just gave us a lift. It's all Bear stayed at the start, you know. No matter the result, as long as we have a performance, and we did put that, and we put the result, and that's what's good. And I'm really pleased with the result. Apart from Andy for Leeds, I was wanting him to get another 2 penalties. That never happened.
We should have got 2 penalties, by the way.
We should have got another 2 penalties.
Had to be Wally, man. Had to get his face in the telly, didn't it, man?
Aye. There was definitely another tit and a horn ball.
100%.
The commentator said if that had been VAR, it'd have been a penalty. But I was shouting. I says, oh. But that's the name of the game, isn't it, I suppose. But an all round good performance. By what we'll not call it our second team. We'll call it our par 11. If you like to call it that, because we've always said everyone is on it. My mad dog barking.
Jimmy,
yes.
Do you 100% agree that Patterson and Hingme Bassett are going to start?
Well, I think we're all agreed in that, mate. But I don't think the two of them will start.
No.
I think the two of them will be
back to usual.
I think Bassey will start. I don't think Patterson will, mate. I think we see that earlier on.
I wish he would, man, because Tav's just not at the races, you know.
He's not at the races, but I can't see the manager dropping him 2 games running
because he's the captain. I know. Let's be honest about it.
But I don't see it happening. I would like to see it happen. You know, I get shot down for the team I picked and the players I was drafting, and players were you would go to play your first.
Jimmy, your team was far off some of the night.
No, it wasn't, mate. It wasn't, because it was like teaching guys a lesson. Look, if you're not playing well, then there's got to be a punishment, if you might call it that.
Exactly.
There's got to be a consequence. So the gaffer done that the night, but obviously it was twofold. But we're playing at Ibrox next Thursday, and it's a week away, the game. You know, so he could have played the full team tonight, but maybe it was his way of saying, well, if you're not going to date for me, then I'm going to see who can. And they all done themselves a right favour tonight. Even Simpson to an extent. But going forward, it's it's just a pity that we haven't get Kamara next Thursday.
I know.
Because he had a fantastic game tonight. He had a fantastic game.
Roof, I know. I've not got Roof either, I know.
And maybe it's the kick up the backside that the Tavernier and that need after seeing the night's performance.
Oh, come on. Tab's got to look at Patterson and go, man, that boy can play, by the way, I'm talking about.
That's what I mean.
Standard's been set, guys. That's been said in advance. The standard, they've set the standard for the season because we've not had a standard the last 4 games. Now it's set. Now it's over to the guys who get a regular game. You need to match that standard that was there tonight and beat it. That's what Gerrard will be telling them. So they'll get their games again, but they better hit that standard at least and better it. And that's for the rest of the season. That's game by game for the rest of the season. Because the Malmo result is going to stay with us all season. That's the hangover we've got all season.
Don't talk about that.
No, you've got to talk about. Don't talk about the game. We've done that to death. But you've got to keep that in mind, by the way. And you've got to hold the team to account on that and say that's the standard you don't want to reach. That's the low we're not getting to.
That was woeful, wasn't it? Just woeful.
Aye, but now we're fit. We've got we're fit in the first run now, a better standard. And now Gerrard's got something to work with now. He's got competition now, and he's got a standard competition in his squad now for players that weren't playing. They now see something that the other players have said. You need to match it. Before that, we didn't have it. We were just flat as a pancake. We never had anything. We had people just running about there like Barisic and Tavernier right off of form, don't know where we're going. We'll run up blind alleys. It just wasn't happening, but it's happening now. I know it's Dunfermline, I know it's a championship. It doesn't matter. None of that matters. The attitude tonight was spot on. That's what I was after.
It's a cup game. Usually,
yep.
usually a game for a cup game. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Of course it was, mate.
Okay, guys, it's that time already. It's time for us to go and say bye-byes to our wee babies. Good night we had tonight, guy. Good result we had, 5-0 into third round, the quarterfinals of the Premier Sports Cup. Can't wait. I'd like to thank Mal, Blue Star, Andy for Leeds, Andy for Crookston, George for EK, my mucker, Albert, and Fox for the technicals. You want to say something, Albert, before we go?
I just enjoy the result and don't let anybody put it down and belittle it. It was a good result, good performance, great attitude. Now we move forward from here. Good
stuff. Right, well, Monday night, 8 till 10, we'll be back, as far as I know, as we stand at with Jaffa and the Bridgeman, who will no doubt have a view from the bridge. I'll be looking forward to that. So I'd like to thank you all once again. It was nice to be in having a chat with you all. Really enjoyed it. And we'll see you all again.
Thanks for having
me. And I've just been told that Oxchair will be making an appearance. He's just told me that he won't be dressed up as Broxy Bear. You'll know who he is. So I'd just like to thank you all. And only one more thing to say is take it away, Fox.
Rangers, easy, okay. Look out, everyone, we're on our way. Football is the game that we play all over the world. Rangers, easy, okay. Look out, everyone, we're on our way. We can show the world how to play, for we are Rangers, okay. Won't you come and cheer us? Help the boys along. White and blue, coming through with a song. Oh, Rangers, easy, okay. Look out, everyone, we're on our way. Football is the game that we play all over the world. Rangers, easy, okay. Look out, everyone, we're on our way. We can show the world how to play, for we are Rangers, okay. We'll be there to do it, do it if we can. Win the cup, hold it up in our hands. Rangers, easy, okay. Look out, everyone, we're on our way. Football is the game that we play all over the world. Rangers, easy, okay.